What's up with you guys? Just wanted to make a quick little video. This is a new series I'm going to be starting, and it's called Master Keys, Major Keys. Yeah, man. Master Keys, Major Keys. I'm really excited about it. I get so many questions and things like that. People want help. People got questions. And I just wanted to put together a platform where I can go ahead and answer you guys' questions. And I have a really good question today. I'm just trying to get somewhere where I can get some shade, guys. It's so hot out here, man. It's ridiculous. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But it's hot, man. It is hot as I don't know what. Might have to go jump in the pool real quick after I finish this video because, man, it's definitely that type of hot. So let me get in the shade. All right, so Jonathan sent me a message. And okay, guys, if you don't want me to, say your name or whatever, let me know. Jonathan, he actually doesn't mind, so I'm gonna go ahead and say his name. So Jonathan sent me this message. I'm gonna be answering his question. So pretty much Jonathan is having an issue with a deal he's on. So he found the motivated seller, and the motivated seller wants to sell his house, and he's been in communication with the gentleman. And the question he asked me is, what do he tell the seller? Because pretty much the seller's like, you can come to my house and do an inspection. Well, not an inspection. That's not what he said. He said, you can come to my house and get pictures, but you need to bring your investors with you so you can make a cash offer when you get here. Okay? So this is what, actually I'm going to sit over here in this swing. This is what the complications that Jonathan's having. So he asked me, like, what should he tell the seller? Because the seller is wanting him to bring the buyer. The seller's wanting him to bring the buyer to the appointment with him. But Jonathan does not have a buyer yet. He doesn't have a buyer. Because you guys know, as wholesalers, when we wholesale properties, we get the property under contract before we find a buyer. So he's having trouble getting pictures or even getting to the appointment because the seller is like, hey, you need to bring your investor friends with you to make an offer before I'll let you get pictures. Okay, so my advice to Jonathan. Okay, this is great information, guys. Great information. And this is a great question. And this is actually going to be a great learning experience for Jonathan. So there's a few things that you did wrong, Jonathan. And I'm going to break it down for you. And guys, if you're getting into wholesaling, you're going to want to take notes on this as well. Never, ever, ever, ever tell the seller that you are a person who finds investors that want to buy properties. So if you tell somebody like, hey, my job is to go find properties and I have a group of investor friends or whatever like that, that buys it from me, that's what I do. That is a huge no. What you're doing is you're throwing your leverage out the window. You're throwing your credibility out the window. Don't get into that mindset of being that type of person, man. Now, there are people out here who do it like that, and they probably even close deals. But that's goofy. That's goofy because you got to realize when you get in this game, you're not in this game just to be a wholesaler. You're in this game to be an investor. One day you're going to want to do some fix and flips. One day you're going to want to do some buy and holds. So wholesaling, it should just be a vehicle to get you to a destination where you can go bigger and better. So never tell. So pretty much what you're doing, it's like you playing a game of spades and you just showing your hand to the seller. They'll never trust you. they'll never think that you're the real deal. They're like, this person don't even buy houses. They just trying to, you know, whatever. So don't ever do that. Don't ever tell a seller that. This is what you tell the seller. You say, I'm an investor. I am an investor that buys properties. And then you say, hey, I want to come check out your property. You go on your appointment. When you go on your appointment, you go get pictures, okay? Once you get pictures, you put the property under contract. So you should already do your due diligence on the property. You should already know the numbers. So once you see what condition is in, you can go ahead. I like to get my properties under contracts when I go on the appointment. So when I go get pictures, that's the same time that I like to get my agreement signed. That I like to get the contract signed right then and there. But sometimes, you know, it doesn't work that way. You can let the seller know, hey, you know, I seen the property. Give me till later on today. Give me till tomorrow. I'll go ahead and send you over an offer. And then at that time, later that day, you can go home and run comps, or the next day you can run comps, and then give them a call back. And then you can send the agreement via DocuSign or something like that, and get it under contract that way. But I like being in the heat of the moment. I don't want to give the seller any time to think about anything or change their mind or get another call from somebody else. So I like to go ahead and put it under contract right then and there. Okay, so then you get it under contract. Then once you get it under contract, now you can openly talk to buyers. You don't want to be talking to buyers if the property isn't under contract anyway. You don't want to do that, because that's just, you know, you don't have anything invested into the property, and that's just not doing it the right way. Guys, you got to remember this. You have to be ethical in this business, and that's not doing it the right way. You got to do it the right way. So once you go ahead and get it under contract, then you start sending it to buyers, okay? Then you got the information, you got the pictures, you got everything to send to buyers. Now buyers are starting to make offers, and then once you get, you know, offers or whatever, and then you go back to show the property to the buyers. Now if the seller is like, why do you need to come back? You already came to get pictures. There's a ton of different ways you can get around that. A ton. I'm not going to break it down for you guys in this video. That's way too valuable for me to tell you right now. And we don't have a time, so I'm not going to tell you guys all of that. But it's really simple. I mean, it's really simple information. There's nothing, it's no big thing. So anyway, so a lot of these buyers, they'll actually give you an offer without seeing it if you know how to communicate to them the right way. So long as you speak the type of language and, you know, ask the right questions, you'll get an offer before they even have to see it. And then you could just do like a contingency of a walkthrough before we close. And then it'll be really easy to get them in there to see the property with the seller. You know, just as long as you word it and you know, do things the right way, and then you go ahead, and then everything's simple and smooth. You got yourself a deal, got yourself a close. But once you get to telling, you get to talking too much, telling the seller too much, stepping on your own foot, you messing yourself up. So always assert yourself as an investor. You are the investor, and wholesaling is just a strategy that you use. That's very important, guys. Remember that. You are an investor. Wholesaling is just a strategy that you use. You're not a wholesaler. Stop thinking that. Stop thinking that. If the right property comes around, you're going to fix and flip it. If the right property comes around, you might buy and hold it. There's all type of things available to you where you can close any type of deal that you want to. You have to adopt that mindset. You have to adopt that mindset. You can't go around here thinking you're just a rinky-dink wholesaler. Like, get that out your mind. And I'm going to make sure that you guys get that out your mind. You're an investor, and you use wholesaling as a strategy. Don't let nobody tell you different. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you found some value in it, go ahead and share it with somebody. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.